So it's less than a couple of weeks from Evo Enduro, and just taking this car out for a little shakedown before the journey. So this is a little wisdom that I picked up from Chris. Now the idea is this one. Basically, what we are trying to do now is so we are just everybody for another round of our usual Sunday morning drive to Genting, and what? Wait So the idea is that I want to go on this morning Genting drive to suss out any further hidden problems in this car that was not previously discovered. So to date, right? Okay, let's recap my Enduro prep with this car so far. As you recall, recently I did my braking system upgrade, changed the front discs to run on change to bigger front discs from a 530i, and also I did a full check on my car from head to toe. Found that there were no error codes in the system. So yeah, so while I changed the brakes, also had to change the brake fluids along with it. All right, and also before that I did up the headlining, the pillars, but there's nothing mechanical, so we don't worry about that so much. Right now, what we really want to see, are there any mechanical issues with this car that I'm not currently aware of? So right now I'm cruising along Karak Highway, all right, at gentle throttle, transmission on sport mode, but still on gentle throttle opening. Engine is pulling nicely, and yeah, so everything seems smooth. Taking these long sweeping corners. Yeah. So nowadays I have this new routine with the car, is that I periodically check the engine oil level, the coolant level. I run the internal diagnostics from the instrument cluster to read for error codes. So yeah, basically the E39, those E39s with the high OBC, right? You just go into test 14, you access test 14, and you will see the various error codes that your ECU throws up. Okay, so if you are not seeing diagnostic 1000000, it means that there are error codes inside there that you need to look at. Okay, so this morning I checked, yeah, system is clear of error codes, so that's good. Yeah, so basically right now, all along the way from now until Enduro, I have to keep a close eye on everything running in this car. So my preparations are still not fully complete. Okay, recently I did the livery, so upcoming still I'm going to have the I'm planning hopefully there's time. I'm planning to have the headlamps cleaned up, right? The front headlamps cleaned up, because there will be one section of the drive which will happen at night. So yeah, I'll want to have clear lighting to, especially during the part in Thailand. I want to have bright headlights for that purpose. I'm also going to I also have not had my alignment done. That one needs to be sorted out. What else? Yeah, basically, wait, there's one more actually. Headlamps, alignment. Oh yes. Later on, my friend Mike Yap is going to give the ECU a little tweak with his DNA tuning package. So the idea is to make the engine feel a bit more livelier. But so far, even in this current configuration, I'm very happy with the way this engine is freely revving its way along the highways. This 2.2 liter M54 engine, it has its limits, pulling the heavy body of the E39, but out here on the open highways, it's just beautiful. I am already so looking forward to our journey Thailand. Yeah, so this 6-cylinder engine, it has that creaminess in the way it revs. Of course, it's not. You see, the thing, a lot of things. One thing I must say, okay, about BMW 6-cylinder engines, it is not a gloriously sporty kind of engine like an Alfa Romeo V6. All right, it's not, but it is just very beautifully creamy smooth. You know, the way it sweeps up the rev range. Oh yes, one more thing. I also need to get my wipers changed. I'm going to get a new set of wiper blades. I also need to get another can of engine oil, a spare can of engine oil. So, right, as you know, the my E39 is running on cam loop. All right, and when I got the pack of when I requested for my lubricant for my oil. Okay, I actually that time specified 10W30, which upon reflection is actually a little bit too thin for the M54. Now, as you all know, BMW engines have a tendency for oil consumption. Alright, and so this morning I checked the oil level is still full, alright, at maximum. But it is very normal for some users. They reported that it is very normal to have oil consumption in these engines up to 1 liter every 1,000 kilometers. So thus far, the cam loop oil has been pretty okay in that aspect. You see, because when I was monitoring, right, in the first couple of thousand of kilometers, the oil level was stable every time I checked. Then suddenly, at the 3,000 mark, 1 liter of oil disappeared. So I topped in a liter of oil, and since then, okay, now it's another 3,000 kilometers. Since then, the oil level has actually been rather stable. So yeah, but still, I'm going to contact Camloop, and I'm going to stand by another spare bottle of lubricant to bring with me to Thailand, and yeah, and then my next oil change, I'll probably go one grade thicker to 10W40. The group is here, right? You can see from the camera, the group is there, and I arrived just in time to watch them pull off. Got a nice little group here. Everybody gunning it ready. But it's okay. I'm not going to go balls out for this drive. In fact, my intention rather is to drive at pretty much the same pace that I am targeting to do for my enduro journey. Yeah, so that's why they call it a shakedown, right? Let's keep to the slow lane. Yaps Corrado. And that's Bobby pulling past in his 640i. So the other thing I'm keen to test in this outing are actually my newly upgraded 530i brakes. Now, one thing, the last couple of weeks using these brakes, my observations is that there is a meteor feel in the way the brakes respond, but what really impresses me is that the linearity of the way it responds is not affected. So I have no trouble, zero trouble at all in modulating these brakes. Oh, I love this car. This is lovely. Love the way this chassis flows. Uphill back, ready, let people pass. So going on a very reserved run, not really straining the tires or the suspension. So right now I'm in Sepang, in the vicinity of KLIA. I'm here to pick up my mother and brother from a flight. So yeah, so now I'm just sitting here waiting for them to come out to the arrival hall. So along the way from PJ here to the airport, it's about what, 50-kilometer journey. E39 here performed very flawlessly, very smoothly. So overall today has been an eventful day for this car. Morning, got up, Genting run, then spend the rest of the day at home, then now here in the highway, now here in Sepang for an airport run. Okay, basically this car right now feels quite sorted, and engine is smooth. The only thing was that the really steep slopes, right, at Genting, there was when, you know, the engine felt like it could use an extra dose of torque, but on flat highways it was just lovely. It pulls beautifully all the way to 5,000-6,000 RPMs, no fuss. And one thing I learned ever since owning this car is that, yes, in stop and go traffic particularly, right, when you need to get this car, when you have to kick this car from standstill or from low speed, that is when you really feel the inertia. But once you have accrued the momentum, that is when the engine really pulls the car. It really flies at high speeds. So yeah, this car really is a fantastic highway cruiser. Not so much of a mountain hill climb kind of car, but as a highway cruiser, it was fantastic. Just earlier in the morning, took the bends on Kara, absolutely no fuss. So right now, just about a week plus to Enduro, right? What else do I have left to prep? I was thinking of changing the wipers, but just now as I was coming here, it was heavy rain, and I saw that the wipers were wiping fine. So I'm setting that as low priority. I probably want to get the headlights cleaned up. I'm going to get my engine tuned by DNA, and lastly, I also have to get my all four wheels aligned before we go for the trip. But otherwise, this car looks well and properly set for Evo Enduro, and really can't wait for the journey.